welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where I am restoring a lot of work to this one. Not so much to this one, although it's one of them things. One step forward, 2 steps back. Do some work to it, found out a couple of freeze plugs are broken. The transmission's tripping at the speedo deal that screws in there. My Facebook memories come up. I bought this thing 9 years ago. I just posted a couple of pictures on a community post. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad in the pictures, but the paint was just all checkered real bad. Had some body work on it. But other than that, I didn't do a whole lot to it. I just never put it on the road. So now we're going to put it on the road. It hasn't been on the road for 20-something years. Same with that one. So I figure, well, why should I put this one on the road without putting this one on the road? So we're kind of doing them both together. Okay, so last episode, put these custom door panels on. See, this car didn't need it, but the 78 needed door panels, so we used the bottom ones off of this one, put them on the 78, and put these custom ones with speakers, and fit pretty good, sounds pretty good. They're done. We just haven't finished the 78 yet. Okay, I got my gauges here, had them off there. They're going to mount underneath here. This dash covers, we're going to put that on in another video when I do the dash on the 78. I put in a new water gauge. The old one was busted for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, I didn't think this needed much getting on the road, but now the tires, these 2 tires I bought brand new 9 years ago, they're splitting apart. Front ones were used, they're splitting apart. So now I got all new tires to put on it before I put it on the road. Okay, I went over another video. I could not get this temperature sender plug out of there. Busted a extension and a ratchet trying to get it out. It won't budge. The old one was in here, but it's much smaller. Or is it? I don't know, maybe it would fit back there, I don't know. But I had the great idea. I bought a thermostat housing with a deal in it. See, this is the water sender here, and this would bolt right into the thermostat housing. Well, the only thing is, it was too long and it hit the thermostat. So I went to Lowe's yesterday and bought these extensions to raise it up. I know it doesn't look that good, and I bought 2 of them, so I was going to do the 78 like this too, but we'll see on the 70. Well, yeah, the 78, I can't get at that thing now. 78, the air compressor's in the way. I'm not going to take all that apart just to put on a sender. So we may do this on the 78. Yeah, it won't look that great, but okay, so I got that hooked up. I made some clips already of doing the brakes. I'm going to put them on after I'm done with this. So we're almost done with the brakes. Okay, reached out to a sponsor who sent me aluminum radiators before, but they're saying they were having a long or a short weekend and it might take a few extra days to get back to me, so they haven't got back to me yet, whether they can send me one or not. She said it has to go through another thing, but I'm not a popular YouTube. I don't know how many of you guys bought aluminum radiators from them. Probably not many, if at all. So they probably won't send me one, since nobody buys from my influence. But that's okay. They've sent me, I don't know, 3 of them or something already. If not, I'm going to buy one off eBay. It's going to be an aluminum radiator, either one fan or two fans, and you know, the fan built-in shroud type thing. So we're going to do away with all this. The bottom shroud was missing, this top, so I'll busted. This is the top that was on the 78. So eventually we'll get to that, not on this video, but that's something else we got to. I got to do the freeze plugs. Bought these at O'Reilly's, I think, 13 bucks for the whole set. We're gonna do that next after I bleed the brakes. Okay, that's kind of what we need to do on this. Trying to figure out what we're all gonna do with this video. But anyway, that's a start. Okay, so the second last video, which I thought would do really well, which hasn't, I don't know why, got 1,000 or 2 less views than the previous videos, is recovering these seats. I even did the time lapse and all that stuff, and anyway, recovered these seats, front bucket seats. They look really nice. Watch the video if you want to see how much it cost, what it takes to do it. But they turned out good. Okay, we got these are the bottom door panels off the 82, and I might put another coat or two on this paint because I ran out. So we're gonna put probably 2 more coats of paint on this. Even the carpet, it's all right, but and we'll get to the top parts of it. Video coming up. We're gonna repair all the cracks in this dash, paint it, see how it turns out. I think in this video we're gonna see, I mentioned it before, I'm gonna take this apart, and if there's enough room behind here, I'm going to mount a temperature gauge there, because there's no room to put 3 gauge setups unless I put it here, as a few people mentioned. But we got to take this apart. It's all kind of rusty looking in there. I don't know if I can clean that up or spray it black or something. I don't know. I tried cleaning one of these up on a Nova one time, and it smudged all the white numbers there. So I don't want to be doing too much to screw something like that up. Anyway, yeah, I got the gauge and I got the deal for the thermostat. Okay, yeah, I want to get some more paint this lid at least. So the interior's getting there, real close. Did the carpet, the headliner, and a video few back. Okay, I just put on all the little plastic deals that cover the seat tracks, 8 of them, put them on there. I got the screws in the seat. Now, a few people, thanks for all the nice comments on the seats, that a few people were mentioned wrinkles and stuff. Well, you know, there's really not much you can do about it. This looks like it wasn't missing any foam, but it feels like it should have a little bit more foam in there. Now, this is all just pre-made. You can't, you know, stretch it and heat it and all that stuff to make it fit much better, because it's already made. You do that when you're making, like, if you're making this panel, and then this piece here, you would stretch that, and this is already all pre-formed. So that's, you know, the only heat it's going to get is from the sun being baked in there about 200 degrees during the day. When it's 95 outside, it'll be about 200 in here. Yeah, there's a little wrinkle on the side here, but I can live with that. Yeah, I got that screw in there. Got the covers on. I got it wired for rear speakers. I'm going to try to figure out, maybe mount some smaller speakers in behind here, because this is not the best stereo. It's just the cheap factory radio that with a CB built in type thing. So it doesn't need big 6x9 woofers and, you know, all extra. I'm not even going to put no front speakers in here. Come factory with front here, but they probably don't work. So maybe just some little round ones back here just to give it some sound. Because like I said, I'm most likely just going to sell this one. If I was to keep it, like the black one, it's got a nice JVC stereo. Got them nice new speakers in the doors. Gonna put 6x9s with boxes in the back somehow. And that's gonna be nice. This one, not so much, but you know, it's supposed to be a $1,500 stereo and CB deal. Okay, yeah, we may get them in there. Check out the sound. Plus, it's not digital stereo, you know. It's one of the, you know, you got to turn the knob to find the station, and it's all staticky, and you know, it just sounds terrible. So, okay, so we got that, and I got the 2 new windshield washer reservoir just here. We're gonna mount that. It actually goes this way. Okay, completely missing on the 82, so we're gonna use this used one on the 82. Hopefully on the parts car I can find a lid. They want a fortune for a lid, new one. Hopefully find the same one. This one, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just dirty as hell, looks like crap. Okay, here's the new one, but it's a little bit different. You can see the overflow comes out here, and well, the overflow from the radiator goes into the lid and then out here if it gets too full. So this one has, I guess it's here. This line will go here to go in, and I guess it's probably got a hole through the top if it overflows. So we got to hook that up a little bit different. Again, we'll use this old one for the 82 because the 82, it works, but it's got a hole in it right there. I'll put my cigarette down in there. Okay, so we got that to do. As far as the, see, I'm not going to be able to get at that thermostat. I think I got the idiot, yeah, this green wire there, that's for the idiot light hooked up. Whether I could find that other plug to hook the water temperature in, or just do like the black one and put another thermostat housing and stuff on it. Yeah, like I said, it'll look ugly, but at least it'll be functionable. I'm just a stickler about at least having a water temperature gauge in there. You gotta kind of know what it's doing. Yeah, this cooling system's on. Okay, I also mentioned a while back, I went to buy radiator hoses for this, and they say, oh no, they don't make them. They don't make them, and you gotta buy a flexi hose. But what I had done was asked for, because I was going to use the 77 Malibu radiator, which actually was different than this one. But at the time, I was going to use the 77 thing since I used the 77 engine. So I had asked for 77. Well, they don't make them, need flexi hoses. But for 78, they make them. But I had bought this one just off the shelf. He says, oh, you go check the shelf back there. So I did. It was a little bit longer, and I just had to cut an end off. I can't remember this end or that end, and made this one fit. So anyway, I checked for an 82 El Camino. Oh yeah, we got them. So I said, okay, well, give me 2. So I got 2. These are the bottom ones. Because see, what I'd done was just put on the old one. This thing, who knows how old that is down there. And it didn't really fit that great. It might have been off the Malibu, because it hits the idler arm, other bolt here. Plus it's, you know, probably 40 years old. So anyway, I got this bottom hose here, and they were a lot cheaper than usual. And these were like $13.99 each. So I got a bottom and a top one for the black one, but we're gonna wait until I get the aluminum radiator for it. But this one I can put on this car and then it's done. Although I just put in new antifreeze, I'm gonna try to save all the antifreeze and reuse it. I'll strain it and reuse it. Okay, so there's probably a bunch of other stuff we're gonna get to, but that's a start. So that's a start on this video. Okay, so yeah, this has got a plug right here in the intake, but it's right in the way of the hose. If I got another different type of thermostat housing that came out more of this angle, I might be able to use that. I'm not sure if it's the same size. But anyway, we're going to get a water temperature gauge on this. Okay, that's all I can think of now that we're going to try to get done this video. We'll probably get a lot more done, but whatever I can get done in the next few days, we'll, and it's supposed to be another mid-90s day today, so once it gets, you know, on 2 o'clock, man, it gets pretty hot out here. Okay, well, I think that's it. I'll be back when I get some stuff done to show you. I'll be back. Okay, guys, starting on the front brake overhaul on the 82 black one. This caliper kept sticking and locking this wheel up. I thought it was the master cylinder booster, but it wasn't. It's this. So the other day I went and got new calipers, or remanufactured calipers, and brake pads. I just now torn it apart. Lucky I did get the brake pads. They're pretty worn down, almost shot. These are new calipers. There's the new brake pads, a lot of Mead on them. But this here, you know, it's got an inner and an outer. The outer was broke because probably somebody did this when they changed the brake pads too many times. You gotta use a brick or something up here and prop it up and not put this in a bind. So now I gotta go up to AutoZone and get 2 new lines. This is the only one that was sticking, but I'm gonna do both of them. So I'll get all new stuff. The wheel bearing seems to be okay. Tight, but we will take it off, pop this off and the nut off, pull it all out, repack it, put it back on, then you put the caliper on. Calipers, you know, just comes on with these 2 Allen bolts. Go right in there like that. And these are $10 core charge. They weren't very much, $26.97 or something, but a $10 core charge. You get that back, and the brake pads were like $26, $27. So not too bad really to get all new brake parts. Hope they don't screw me on this, but, and they give you the new bolt and crush washers. So we got that all ready. So I guess I will get the other side torn down so I can get these off, get my core charge back, pick up these lines. And I didn't show you on the last video, oh shit, where is it now? The freeze plug, you probably can't see it, straight in there, dripping. Now this car, so I'm gonna get freeze plugs too, at least 2 of them, probably buy 4, but hopefully that's the only one that's leaking. When I opened this up, it was all black in there, and realized that they had put stop leak in it to stop the leak on on the freeze plugs, I guess. I don't know what they were doing. Hopefully this engine's okay. I mean, it runs great, but hopefully there's nothing cracked or nothing in it. And I've never driven it on the road. So I'm gonna pick up a couple of freeze plugs, some other stuff for the 78, that rear yoke pinion seal. We'll do that later. But anyway, we'll get these brakes done anyway, get them out of the way. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the other side off, no problems. Got them boxed up, ready to return for the core. Same thing with this brake line. Cleaned out a mouse house from inside this frame. And that was packed in there. Yeah, see, I never did anything to this car. Usually I would clean all this stuff up and put in new shocks and paint the 415 and everything, but I hadn't done nothing to this one since it run and drove. A little bit of groove on the rotors, but the rotors look pretty good. Lots of Mead on both of them. So I think we just need these brake hoses here for now. Then I'm looking at the tires. Seen the cracks, and it's splitting apart. See? It's all splitting apart here, cracked. Great tread on them. Coopers. But, man, you can't take them very far. That's bound to split apart. It looks like I'll need a couple of 14-inch tires. Yeah, these are 205 75 14. Those are what comes factory on probably this one, but that one for sure. Yeah, this would be the type if I had those Z28 rims or IROC 15-inch like this. This would be a good one to put it on, since it doesn't have to be all original. But I already have these 14-inch ones, and I already got two new ones for the back. Well, they're not new. They're 8 or 9 years old. Oh shit. They're probably starting to crack too. Yeah, it's starting to crack there too. God damn it. These center cats here were new. I bought them off eBay. Well, maybe they weren't. I know these little inserts were. I bought them. But anyway. Okay, well, let me run down to AutoZone and get those lines. I'll come back, we'll take the rotors off, check the wheel bearings, repack them, put the calipers, pads, and everything on, and be done with this job. Well, then we gotta bleed them all. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys. On the website, they said they had these in stock. So I went, asked them for two. So we only have one in stock. So like, ah, shit. So I went to O'Reilly's. Same thing. They didn't have any. Well, they didn't have any in stock. Why would they keep just one in stock when people would change two of them? Okay, now you can see it all dripping out here. It wasn't dripping before. See, here's the old one. Now the problem with these lines, why you should always replace them when they get 45 years old or so, is they collapse on the inside. So I think that's probably what happened. I think it pushed fluid, closed the calipers, and then it wouldn't push it back through. Because as soon as I undone it here, it all gushed out. So it wasn't getting through here very good anyway. So anyway, just took the rotor off. It's good. There's still plenty of lube in there. I'll put some more in. You check the bearing right here. It's good. So I can do this side, then I gotta wait till tomorrow to do the other side. But these are the same part numbers and everything for the 78. So the pads and the rotor and all that, but not these lines. These were $15.99, but for a 78 they were $23.99 and a different part number. So something's different about these. So I'll just remember that when I do the white 78, that I'll probably have to replace them anyway. The brakes seem to work on it, but well, other than that master cylinder problem. Okay, got the freeze plugs, bought this whole set. This is a whole engine set. There's I don't know, 6 the same and 2 other ones, and then a bunch of little deals in here, but these are the main ones here. Hopefully just got to replace 2, but if there's more, then we'll have to do them. But this is $13.99. We'll go through that probably next on this car. Okay, yeah, the seal looks good. Doesn't look like there's any grease gushing out of there. There's a seal there. You can replace it if you want, but I'm just going to repack it with grease, and we'll stick it back on there, put the caliper on, brake pads on, get her ready to bleed, but wait for the other side. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I finished up all the brakes on this, just now got it bled. Freeze plugs are next for this. Right there. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. It's getting kind of laid out. Put the coolant reservoir tank, new one in there. I had to round up another hose. Okay, so we got that in there. Put the bottom radiator hose on there. Fits a lot better. Curves around the idler arm. Fit perfect. That's the old one, must have been off the Malibu. Got this reservoir, but it didn't come with this hose here. So I had to round that up. And then this hose, a little bit too big. I put that clamp on there for now. I'll try to find some more hoses tomorrow. As far as these ones to go on the black one, this has been all patched up. See, that's where the that's where this hose is here on this one, outlet. So I don't know what's going on with this one, but it's been kind of patched up. Plus it looks pretty bad. This one, the cap thing is all messed up, and there's dirt daubers and crap in there, and these things were tough to get out. Started cracking. Yeah, these are just a little spin thing here, and they were hell to get out. I had to put some vice grips, got them off, and then put some looby dooby on there, and then it tightened up. So probably, I hate to spend it, I think it was about 70 bucks for both of them. Hate to spend it again, but I think that's what we'll do for the 82. Okay, I think that's it for this under here. We'll get rolling on something on this tomorrow. And this one. You can say hi to Nikki. Nikki's birthday is in 8 days. She's gonna be 2. Hi Nikki, how you doing? We'll go for a walk here in a little bit. Ready to go for a walk in a little while? You ready to go for a walk in a little while? You ready to go for a walk in a little while? I have to get you a birthday present there, Nikki. What would you like? Nice big bone? Would you like a bone to chew on? Okay, well, we'll go for a walk here in a little bit, okay? I just wanted everybody to see you. Want to say hi to everybody? I hadn't seen you in a few videos. She's such a good dog, guys. Okay, so I clean up here a little bit, taking Nikki for a walk, and we'll be back in the morning on both these. Get some more stuff done. Was there something else I wanted to... anyway, there's probably a few other things that I did that I forgot right now at the present moment. Okay, see you tomorrow. Everybody, and before anybody says that was antifreeze in the windshield washer jug, that's windshield wash, bug cleaner, rain off stuff I got. It's had it around. I actually forgot to check the windshield wipers on this. Let's see if they'll... Oh! Two crappy speakers I put in the back there. That's the other thing I wanted to tell y'all. Okay. Oh. Oh. Not working. Get the reservoir squirts. Everything's gonna, all the connections are gonna be a little bit. Well, the wiper works, that's the main thing. Yeah, I just put two crappy speakers back there, just enough to get some sound, because it doesn't sound worth a damn. The speaker works a little bit, but that one doesn't. But that's all right. Okay, see you tomorrow. Okay, guys. Get under here and show you the freeze plug. It's leaking. Okay. That's it right there. It's still dripping days later. Right in here. So, and the exact one on the other side, which is blocked by the starter. But we'll do this one first. So I'm just gonna get a punch, long screwdriver, air hammer, pry bar, something to pop that in and out and just get it out of there. Once I get it out of there, we can clean up the edges, and I think I can pop a new one in pretty easy. I usually put a little gasket sealer around the new one and pop it in there real good. Okay, so let me try to get that out. Here's a better shot of the cross member for the dual exhaust that was already on here. Somebody said, oh yeah, that's from an older model factory. Well, what model? Doesn't do me no good just saying, oh, it's from an older model. What year? I can look it up, because aftermarket, well, there's none listed for older ones anyway. All that's listed is $300 for a custom made one. This one, I don't know if it's custom made one or homemade or what, but it'd be nice to have that on the white one. But anyway, let me see if I can pop this freeze plug out, and we'll get the new ones right there in, or at least two of them. I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it out. Pretty sure that that is the hole there. This little one here. That one there, I used the air hammer, punched it through, pried it up, then grabbed some vice grips, pulled it halfway out, pried it with the vice grips on there, and it came out. What caused it? I don't know. Unless it was rust, because there was no antifreeze in it. It didn't look like it anyway. It's just a bunch of stop leak brown crap in there. The guy I bought it from must have done that. I just can't believe I never flushed it out, put antifreeze in it and all that stuff. But okay, so get you under here. There it is. There's the hole there. I just used a water hose, flushed it all out because there was some rust and sludge in the bottom of it. So the new ones fit. They go like halfway in because they're beveled. Oh shit, that one went almost all the way in. Anyway. You're going to put some gasket seal around there and punch it in. Probably use another one over top and tap it so it goes on evenly. And I hope it's just this one and the one on the other side, because if there's usually some on the back of the block behind the behind the flywheel. If it's in there, then the engine's got to come apart to get them out. But as far as I could tell, it was dripping from this side and the opposite on the other side. Okay, we'll get that in and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got that other one in, but not all the way. It's kind of hard to hammer on it evenly and get it all the way in. I tried tapping the little edges with the air hammer, but I couldn't get it in all the way, so I don't know if it's gonna hold. Okay, this is the one here on the starter side. There's a little hole. I don't know if you can see it. Same as the other one, there's a little hole there. There's a whole bunch of gunk, stop leak all dripping down here. And I cleaned all that up, see it drip. So let me get that one out of there and see if we can get this one in evenly. If I can't, I might have to get those rubber ones that you screw in, put them in there and you just turn a nut there and it tightens it up. I might have to do that, because these factory type ones to put in there, they're better if the engine's out and you've got it, you know, on an engine stand or something. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, it got dark out. That freeze plug, I put GB weld around the edges instead of gasket sealer like the other side, and got it on there best I could, and put the starter back on. So tomorrow we'll start her up, fill it full of water, see if it leaks. I'll probably buy a couple of those rubber freeze plugs and just keep them in the car in case it breaks when I'm away from home or something. Always handy to have anyway. Okay, let's go back to the door panels, which we did last video. These are just stick-on. They're so crappy, you can't repaint them, you can't put tape over them, they just look like crap. They're just regular stick-on. See, it sticks on there, sticks on there. I just now peeled them off. I think I can buy some of that, buy a roll of that off eBay and cut it and put new ones on there. But remember on the video, this cardboard was all warped right at the fronts here, and I soaked them down and put a cinder block on it, but it maybe helped a little bit. But right now I'm going to get some contact cement and tape all these edges back on. See, they're all flopping around. I'm going to tape them on, or put these on both ends and vice grip it. After that, I don't know. I don't have an iron to try to flatten it out, but I mean, I don't know how bad it'll look. And I ordered 2 more cans of paint. It's just not here yet. So let me take the chrome off this one. See, this one's like, just looks really bad here, all wrinkled up. Anyway, let me take the chrome off this one, glue these up, and clean it up with some cleaner. Get it ready to paint. Paint might be here tomorrow, next day, and we'll paint it up. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got those door panels clamped. It's going to be a little wrinkly on the edges, but not much I could do. I ordered some chrome stick-on strip. Most I could find was 1/2 inch, and this is a little bit wider than 1/2 inch, but it'll fit on there. I was not sure whether I should put the chrome moldings on there before I paint it, because if I paint it, the new paint might lift up. Put the chrome moldings on there, then tape them up. But either way, I don't have the paint yet. Still waiting on that. Okay. Oh, get out of here. Get. Okay, been working on this. Freeze plugs are holding. Let it run for a long time. Stays at 180. So temperature gauge, everything's working. It's not overheating. It's not leaking. Everything's good. But I did order a set of 4 of those screw-in rubber ones, just in case these ones blow out, because they're not in there that great. Like I said. So yeah, got the gauges down in there. These are old gauges. These ones here are deteriorating. Something's in there at the bottom. Anyway, there's a new water gauge, works great. Oil gauge is hooked up. This, for some reason, I don't have that hooked up. The 2 wires are underneath the dash. I'm not too worried about the amps. But yeah, the oil gauge, temperature gauge work, so that's good. Okay, we're gonna move on to something else, but I'm not sure what, because the rain, it started raining, then it stopped, but it's supposed to be starting to rain again and then rain all night. So I'm gonna lose hours of good working weather. Yeah, the tires are pretty bad. I showed you that. Just putting these on there. You can see all the cracks here. They're not gonna last worth a shit. I just hate to buy new tires, but probably gonna have to. Okay, we're gonna move on probably to this car. I got the, see, it's all wet under there from the rain. I got the transmission pan gasket and filter and the rear pinion seal. We'll probably do that next. And then I think we can get this off the jack stands. Oh, we still got to do the back though. Still got to do all shocks on it. Check the back brakes. I actually check the front brakes too. The brakes work, but I want to check them all over like this one. See if we got any cracked lines. Probably best to replace them, but all the brakes work perfect in this one. I drove it around about 5 times. Brakes work great, but we are going to jack it up and do the back. Check the back brakes and change the rear end fluid, and see if we can fix the leaky air shock lines. And on this too. So probably be tomorrow. I'll be back. We'll get rolling. Okay guys, I finally got the paint in for these door panels. I put a little 1/4 inch tape there where the chrome goes, just so in case it doesn't stick too good to the new paint, I'll have the old stuff underneath. So out of that, hopefully the new chrome will stick whenever it gets here. Okay, I'm going to use some adhesion promoter. I taped up the, I took these lock things out and then just taped up the belt moldings. So I usually just put 1 coat of this on there. There's a bunch of little nicks and stuff in this door panel, and I don't really feel like fixing them. I could dab a little stuff on there and screw around with it, but okay, so here it is, a Camel 15173. So that's 80 bucks so far I've spent on this vinyl paint. Still got to do the dash. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably going to take 3 or 4 coats. Okay, let me put 3 or 4 coats on there. I'll be back. Okay guys, that's about 5 coats. We'll let it dry, see how it looks, but I think that'll be good enough. Okay, I never heard from my aluminum radiator sponsor, so I went ahead and ordered one off of eBay. It's a 3-core, 2 electric fans. See, I don't even think this fan works. It's supposed to have more tension than that. So I think the clutch is out on it. I mean, it spins, but so yeah, aluminum radiator, exact same size, 3-core, 2 electric fans. I bought that, 2 electric fans with the shroud, and I bought that extra top there. Might have to modify it a little bit, but oh no, maybe not. Anyway, that'll be coming 3 or 4 days. Probably next video we'll put that on there, and then I think this will be pretty much done underneath here, and we'll work on the back, diff fluid, air shocks, check the rear brakes. Okay, we'll get back on this one. I think we'll change the transmission fluid and that pinion seal in the rear end for now. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, gonna get under here. I'm gonna change the transmission hand gasket and filter. I got such a minuscule leak here that I don't know where it's coming from. I was thinking it was coming from the seal behind the torque converter, but this hadn't been started up in a while, so I wouldn't think it would be leaking from there and still dripping. I cleaned off everything. It's not the kick down cable or anything. It's coming from here, so I'm thinking it's got to be the pan gasket in here. So anyway, the fluid doesn't need to be changed, because when we changed the engine it all came out and I put in new fluid, but we're going to save the fluid. I got some new stuff I'll put in, but I'm going to save that fluid for another car because it's going to be just like new. So anyway, let me take this. I was going to buy a new pan with a drain plug on it, but end up didn't. So anyway, let me take off all these bolts, get a pan under here, drain pan, and we'll take it off. I'll be back. Okay guys, there's the pan. I cleaned it all up. Wasn't much metallic or anything in there. Looked kind of original. Of course, the fluid was all clean. I saved it, put it in a jug. There's a new gasket. Fixing to put that on, and already put the filter on. So I'll be back in a little while. Okay guys, I got the pan back on there. Let that gasket sealer dry for a little while. Okay, I ordered a few things for this. 82 taillights, cheap, $37 and something shipped, tax, everything. Okay, now these taillights fit 79 to 87. 78 apparently are different. Maybe because I got the reverse light right there. This one's got it on the end. But anyway, we'll end up getting a used bumper for this. and we'll see. Well, I don't know, they might be the same size. I don't see why you couldn't fit a 79 in there anyway. But if something else was different, chances are we're going to get a bumper that's not a 78. Okay, I got them because they're all faded and kinda, and then this one here is all cracked right there. You can see. This one's really not too bad, just kind of faded. But for 30 something bucks, let's get new ones. Okay, then I got the, it's kind of expensive. I still don't like paying that $72 ship for these two. The coolant jug and the washer fluid. Okay, we'll get them taillights on, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the new coolant jug and windshield washer reservoir in this one. So they both got that now. Need to put some more fluid in there. Okay, I just went ahead and put these door panels on for now, the top parts of them. Look pretty good. I got new door lock knobs. Just waiting on the chrome to go in here. It doesn't fit really good right in there. That's right where I guess water kept collecting down there. Other than that, it looks pretty good. And this one too. See, it just doesn't look very good right in there. I haven't got the clips or anything in there. I got to take them back out because of the weather stripping and stuff like that. Okay, got the new tail lights in here. They look pretty good, big difference. Checked all the lights, 4 ways, they all work. Yeah, got to go to a junkyard and get a rear bumper for this one and tailgate, possibly hood sometime. Okay, I think that's all guys on this video. It's starting to get dark. Nikki's ready to go for a walk? Nikki ready to go for a walk? And yeah, next video we're gonna do the repair the dash on this. Repair all these cracks and crap on there. If it don't turn out worth the shit, we'll probably buy a cover. But we'll see what happens. They got to be kind of straightened out half-ass anyway to put a cover on there, or else it'll all stick up. You know, the hard plastic there will make it not fit right. So we got to kind of half-ass repair it anyway, but we'll try to repair it. And got enough paint. That's why I bought 2 extra cans of paint. Put some more paint on there. And see what happens. Okay, yeah, then after that we'll get back to all the little stuff. We still got to go over the, I guess still got to do the pinion seal, rear pinion seal on here. I got it right there in the front seat. We got to go over all the brakes on this one too, front and rear. I got the remanufactured master cylinder because this one's leaking at the back. Change that over, so that might be brakes next, or video after the dash. And oh, then we got to do all the shocks. So yeah, probably maybe brakes and shocks. Got all new shocks on here. Some reason I think this one looks like a lowrider. There was a spring spacer that popped out of this side when I was doing the brakes, out of the front spring. But it looks kind of, I know I got air shocks on the back, but look at the distance between the tire and the fender here and then here. See, I don't know if somebody heated up the springs and set this kind of low or what. I guess it'll be all right if it drives all right, but as long as it's not too low. Oh, we got an aluminum radiator. I'll probably mention that. Aluminum radiator, electric fan shroud, everything coming for this. That'll be here soon, a few days. Just tons of little stuff, guys. Okay, well, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.